Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our F10X team huddle. We do this every Monday morning or afternoon, depending where you are in the US. And if you are watching the replay of this, welcome. We're happy to be on the line with all of you. We have a very exciting week. In fact, we just came off of a very, very exciting week. We have some exciting things coming down the line. So this is our chance once a week to start off the week together to make sure we're on the same page, and make sure we're all up to date, that we leave no person behind. And that's what we're going to be doing. So what happened last week? A couple of highlights. Well, we had a big one. We had a Partner Co Connect event for our Aussie New Zealand team. So for anyone who has partners in Australia or New Zealand, you know that they are on fire right now coming off of this event. It was amazing. And did anyone see that they launched a new product at that event? Did everyone see that? What's nice about that is sometimes when you see these products that are announced in marketplaces, you can kind of see or kind of forecast that it may be coming to our market shortly after. But right now, this particular version of a product that we already have, which is the drops, right? The day and night drops or the slenderized drops. In Japan and in Australia and New Zealand, they have a version now where it's literally a little, your daily dose is in a little snap pouch. And you just take the pouch and you snap it, and it releases it into your mouth. And it's already pre-measured, so they don't have to worry about measuring it and doing the drops. So very, very convenient. I love it. I'm excited for our Australian, New Zealand partners, and looking forward to seeing what comes from that event. We also last week launched, specifically to this team, we launched a 28-day challenge. How many of you are working with us or participating with us in that 28-day challenge? I see Twyla's hand, Sharon's hand, Mama Sandy's hand. Wonderful, wonderful. I will tell you, first and foremost, there's still time because we just started last week. So if you have not joined us in that challenge, you still have time to do so. And it's really just an opportunity for us to hold ourselves accountable, to have partners along the journey to help us hit some of our goals. You know, my wife and I are still working towards improving our health. We have a very, very aggressive goal. And so we're still working very, very hard. And we said, hey, if we're going to be doing this anyways, let's, have something where we can encourage others. And likewise, have those people encourage us and everyone else. So it's just a community of encouragement, of sharing, of ideas and tips and strategies of what's working. In fact, today I was going to post I just had my lunch, and I was going to post in that group what I had, because it was something that was an African delicacy, but it was still something that was on the plan of the slenderized plan, which was sometimes you have to be creative to make sure that you're still on plan. So very, very excited about that. So again, if you would like to still participate, it's still easy to do. Reach out to anyone in the team and say, hey, how do I get into the challenge? I want to participate. I want to be able to be a part of the community and work with my slenderized program to see if I can hit any health goals over the next about 20 more days we have, which is fantastic. So let's dive into some information. And again, this is kind of I'm going to open it up for any comments as well as we go through this. So feel free to interchange with me. But we're going to be talking about something very, very important. In fact, it's something that, as a culture, teams that have this culture are the teams that always end up having the biggest momentum. They have the longevity. And it's because it's the teams that creates the most passive, reoccurring residual income for them and their business. I use those three terms because those are terms that at least one of those terms everyone knows of. Now, legally, we're only supposed to say a reoccurring income, right? So however way we want to term it, but it's the number one way to have this reoccurring income is having a culture of subscriptions. Subscriptions are everything when it comes to a business of reoccurring income. Subscriptions are everything. We want to be subscription focused. First and foremost, well, really three areas we want to be subscription focused. Number one, we want to be subscription focused for ourselves. And I'm going to come back and talk about the benefits of we ourselves being on subscriptions. And the benefits, to me, outweigh the risks. Far outweigh the risk. In fact, for me, anyone who is serious about their partner co-business as a business, earning income, it's a no-brainer. They should be on a subscription because the benefits far outweigh any risks, right? Naturally, as human beings, we're always concerned about risks. Subscription sounds like it's risky, but I'm telling you, you're going to learn the benefits far outweigh the risks. Second thing we want to be focused on when it comes to subscription is our customers. We want to try to get a culture of our customers being on subscription. Number one, for the benefits for them too. But of course, we know that this is part of the business model. Subscriptions are everything if you want to create a business of reoccurring income. The third area that we want to focus on subscriptions, right? We talk about ourselves, our customers, and then our team, right? Creating the culture of having a team that's also on subscription so that they get the benefits from that as well. And if you can create that focus, and then the culture, so that as people join your team and as people grow in your team, everyone has that culture, you will have a business that generates a reoccurring income. That is something that you'll be proud of and you'll be happy to have. So what are some of the benefits of being on subscriptions? And this is where it's going to be interactive. You guys tell me. I'm thinking of three particular personal benefits that you get by being on subscription. But let's see which ones you know of already. So tell me, Miss Mama Saint, I see your hand up. What's one of the benefits of being on subscription?
Well, aside from you being a product of the product to help yourself, whether a customer or a business partner, when we look at what we've got with homeopathic health and what we're doing, if you're not on subscription to receive it monthly to stay on the product yourself, of what benefit is it to you or anyone else? Because we want to improve our health. So anyone that we bring on board, we want their health to improve also.
Thank you so much for sharing that. You're absolutely right. We want to make sure that we are on the products ourselves so that we are getting the benefit of it, so we can share with other people what that's doing. And if you're going to be on the product yourself anyways, why not pay less than more? I see Miss Sharon in the chat, Miss Florence in the chat. They all said the same thing. Save money. It's in the name. Subscribe and save. So if we're going to use the products anyways, why not use the products and save money? In fact, by being on a subscription, if you see, I'm going to pull from different documents. If we look at this one document at the bottom left here, it's a document that some people use to help them get started. And so these are some of the checkpoints. And the very first checkpoint for someone getting started says start a subscription. Why? To save up to 15% on the products. If we're buying the products, as Mama Sandy mentioned, so that we can be a product of the product, that we can use the products, get to know the products, love them, see how they're working for us. Why in the world would we ever pay more when we had a chance to save 15% by being on subscription? So that's the first benefit, is saving money on our products that we order for ourselves. What's another benefit? I saw Twyla's hand. Go ahead, Ms. Twyla.
So that you get paid for your products that you sell, that you get the benefits. You have to have at least 100 PV to make it. So why not get all the income you can get?
Thank you very, very much. You are absolutely correct. You hit that in the head. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and share something here as well. Let me see if I can do this. Yep. So look, Ms. Twyla is absolutely correct. So here's their compensation plan overview. It's just a overview. And this was something that I know not everyone understands this, because I didn't understand this at first. Now, luckily for me, I've always been in a culture, a personal culture of being on subscription from day one. I just know it's important. So my wife and I have always done it. And so we didn't have to worry about this, but it was later that we really understood it in detail. So when it comes to retail sales, let me look for the retail sales part. Okay, right here. Retail profits. What are retail profits? Retail profits are, of course, when a customer orders product from you, you make the difference between what they pay and what you normally would pay. Now, this is obviously very simple when it comes to physical product. If you're holding the product and you sell it to them, you know, if you bought it for a certain amount and you sell it to them, of course, you're going to make the difference. But did you know that this also applies to online sales? When someone goes to your website and they order at the retail price, you will either make the difference between that, what they paid, and your wholesale price, or, which is 15%, or you will make the difference between what they pay and what you would pay for those products if you were on subscription, which is a full 30%. And do you see it right here? It's right here. It says retail profits. Sell your favorite product at the full retail price and earn up to 30% in retail profit when what? When you have a subscription. See, as Twyla mentioned, you must have a subscription to earn 30% profit, retail profit on the customers that you get. So another reason, what's reason number 2 for being on a subscription? Reason number 2 is you earn more money when getting customers when you're on subscription. You earn more money. I mean, again, I'm going to keep saying this because it took me a while to wrap my brain around this. If you're like, oh, I don't know if I'll be on a subscription, I'll just order when I need to order. That's you. One business partner is like, I'll just order when I need to order. I won't be on subscription. I know when my color week is. During my color week, I'll just place an order. That's one business partner. That same business partner, and then there's another business partner who's like on subscription. It's on their color week. They're on subscription every month. It doesn't. And by the way, it doesn't matter what subscription for this part. It doesn't matter what subscription they're on. Ms. Twilight talked about having 100 PV. Yes, you need to have 100 PV. For the third reason that I'm going to talk about here. But for this particular portion here of being on, and you do have to have 100 PV during your color week. So that's a whole different topic. Yes, to stay commission qualified, you need that during your color week, but that can come from customers. But let's just say you had so many customers that you are always getting 100 PV every color week, every time your color week comes around. So you might think, well, what's the sense of me being on subscription, right? So you don't stay on subscription because you have customers that cover your requirement. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, you have one business partner who says, no, I don't need to be on subscription because I have the customers. And then you have another business partner who says, no, I'm going to stay on subscription, even if it's the smallest subscription, even if it's just one bottle of Advantage, $30-something subscription. That's it. What's the difference? The person that doesn't have subscription, the next time they go get a customer, and that customer orders from your website and pays full retail, that person, the most they're going to make is 15%. The other person who has an auto ship of just Advantage, $30 auto ship, is going to go sell the drops. And instead of making 15% commission on the drops, they will make a full 30% because they have a subscription. It's not like they have to have a subscription of the drops is what they're selling. Any subscription now qualifies them for the full commission of getting paid on anything that they get on customers. Isn't that mind-blowing? Like it took me a while to really get that. And once I got that, I was like, why wouldn't anyone be? Every business partner needs to be on subscription for just to make, number one, we learned to save the money on the products you're going to get anyways, like Mama Sandy said. And number two, to earn more money on the sales you're going to do anyways, like Miss Twyla said. So those are two reasons that we need to be on auto ship. What's the third? Can anyone think of the third reason to be on auto ship? And this one, I will give you a clue. Okay, go ahead, Miss Sharon.
I was going to say, you never have to worry about running out.
I love it. Absolutely. You never have to worry about running out of two things. You never have to worry about running out of your product, which that happens. Let me tell you a quick story about this. During my challenge, right, the initial 28-day challenge that we did with the company, you know, our products come from the US. We live in Africa, so sometimes there's a little bit of a delay. For me, now again, the delay was not because I was not on subscriptions. The delay is because there's an extra 10-15 day delay shipping products from the US to Africa. But here's the downside to any delay in your products. I was taking the drops, I was using the drops, I was losing like a pound and a half every day. It was crazy. I was like, before I know it, I'm starting looking at my drops and I'm like, oh my goodness, my bottle's getting empty. My bottle's getting empty. Where's my next shipment coming in? And for me, there was a delay. So I ran out of the drops, and I had the last week of that 28-day challenge. Last week, I was doing it without drops. Do you know what happened in my case? My weight loss completely came to a stop. Completely. Like, I maintained, I lost everything that I was losing, and I stayed there, but I just plateaued. The moment I ran out of the drops, I plateaued. And I just kind of hovered there for that last week. And then my drops came. And guess what? I started back on the drops. And I'll be honest, I started back up, and my plateau stayed for a little bit. It stayed. And then, before I knew it, boom, I lost like 5 pounds in 3 days. Another 5 pounds in addition to everything else I had lost. So, but the point is that to me, that was confirmation that the products work. That was my confirmation that these products, for me, were the reason I was losing weight. But it also showed what happens if you have a delay, if you have this time period where you're not taking it. For some people, like it did for me, it can cause them to completely plateau. And even there was a time period of me even starting back on that I still plateaued, because it was almost like I had to let the drops get back into my system and let my body start working. So if that happens for the drops, could that happen for everything else too? You know, Noni, Moa, all these, absolutely, right? So we want to make sure that we're keeping these products in our system, so that subscription helps us do that. But it also helps us not forget something else. It doesn't let us run out of our products. It also doesn't let us run out of our required PV that we need for commission qualifications. And this is something that Ms. Twyla also mentioned. We do need to maintain commission qualified with 100 PV on the weekly, or I should say monthly anniversary of your color week. So all of us, depending on when we got started, more specifically, depending on when we activated, we have a week that we're assigned that's a color week. And every 4 weeks, that color week comes back up. We must have 100 PV orders during that week to remain commission qualified. And yes, it can come from customers, but why not just set it and forget it? Just like you don't want to run out of your product because maybe something happens, you forget, and you're like, oh my goodness, before I know it, I'm out of my products, and now I have a gap. Same thing with our business. We get busy. Life gets, life brings things, into our life happens, right? And you might forget to check 1 week to see if you have your customer orders to give you the 100 PV. Isn't it nice to have a subscription that you just set it and forget it? Especially if it's a 100 PV subscription, you never have to worry. It's set. And now you are commission qualified. Why is this important? Because in addition to all the wonderful ways that we can earn money, in fact, let me share this slide with you guys. In addition to retail, we talked about making money on your retail sales, the full profit, right? 30%. Look at all the other ways that we earn income in the partner co-compensation plan. In fact, Partner Co is the rated number one compensation plan through 3 times. It was voted number one compensation plan 3 times from business from home. Look at all the ways we earn, right? In addition to the retail profit, new volume bonus, team commissions, savings bonus, matching bonus, global leadership pool, global leadership bonus, right? Lifestyle rewards. There's so many ways that the company rewards us, but guess what? Guess what happens if we're not commission qualified with our 100 PV? All this you see here is gone for the next 4 weeks. Did you guys know that? When you're not commission qualified for that colored week, you no longer are eligible for the next 4 weeks until the next until the next color week comes back up. You can reactivate at that point, or you could reactivate sooner than that, but basically some people might forget. And if it was and that'll be sad, right? It'll be very sad to miss out on all those types of incomes that they can possibly earn. What I'm going to highlight that we're going to talk about today that we don't really talk about a lot is lifestyle credits. Lifestyle credits. Who knows what lifestyle credits are? What are lifestyle credits? Who can explain to me what lifestyle credits are? I'm going to have Florence. I see your hand up. Florence, go ahead and unmute yourself.
I'll attempt to describe the lifestyle credit. I believe if you have 250 sales for the week, then you have, I guess, some money that will be deposited to your account, and you don't get the cash until you accumulate 10,000 US dollars.
One of my favorite ways to earn money, that one is the savings account, and it's one of my favorite. So I'm actually glad you brought
that's
that.
a lifestyle. Oh, sorry. Yeah, lifestyle. That's more the trip. Sorry.
Ah, there you go. The trips, the vacations, the trips, and in other things. So your lifestyle credits can actually be used for a lot of different things. It can be used for, in fact, maybe I can pull it up so I can show you real quick where to find it. In fact, if you go in your back office and you go to my money, and then you go to, let's do this. The very first thing when you go to my money is you see Partner Co Lifestyle Rewards. Partner Co Lifestyle Rewards. Let me open this up and share it with you, because we naturally think of the trips, but I know sometimes people are like, oh, I know how it was for me. I was like, can I actually win the trips? Can I actually go on these trips? You can, number one, because your lifestyle credits keep accumulating all the time. And so even if it took you a few years you can accumulate and go on the trips. So yes, you can make it on the trips, but even if, oh, what's going on? My computer is not remembering my login. Even if you didn't make it on trips. Now, I actually my wife and I traded in our credits. All right. So we had so many credits. We just traded them in. I think even I'll go to error history, I'll show it. We traded in for 3 tickets for Punta Cana. So myself, my wife, and we're bringing my brother-in-law, Arnold, from Liberia. He's coming. So we had enough points to pay for all 3. But in addition to, let's see, win it, give it, dream it. Let's get a couple. So what can you do with these lifestyle credits? Well, you can donate them if you wanted to. That's to get it. Let's go to get it. Give it. Go to get it. In addition to trading them in for trips, did you know you can actually trade in some of your lifestyle credits if you want to for a gift card? So if you're like, oh, you know, maybe I don't feel like I'll ever get on the trips, but you start getting lifestyle credits, you can turn in for a gift card. Use the gift card to buy anything, right? Partner code swag to buy products. What else can you do? You know, you can actually trade in your lifestyle credits for upcoming events like partner co events like PXP. So you wanted to use some of your lifestyle credits for maybe the host hotel or towards your ticket for PXP, right? You can use lifestyle credits for those things. This Dream It. This is basically, you can start using your lifestyle credits once you get them to a certain rank, which I think once you become a chairperson, then you can work with corporate to create your own dream vacation that you dream of, not the one that they say, oh, this is the vacation for the company. You can actually say, hey, I have this much lifestyle credits. What dream vacation can you put me on with me and my husband or me and my wife or, you know, you and your spouse, right? How cool is that? So lifestyle credits can be used for so many different things. But did you know if you're not on subscription and you forget to get qualified for your commission, right? You forget to be commission qualified, then you could potentially give up all the lifestyle credits that you have accumulated. Because if you look at the terms and conditions of lifestyle rewards, look what it says. Brand partners must be commission qualified. And look, failure to remain commission qualified will result in the flushing of lifestyle credits. How terrible would that be, right? If you had all these lifestyle credits that you could turn in, even if it was just enough to turn in for $100 Visa card. Why wouldn't you take advantage of that? Instead, have the chance of it being flushed out and losing it because of something simple as not being on subscription. So this is one of the reasons that we wanted to share this today with our team. Again, this is our team huddle. We want to make sure that once a week we come together with all of you and we make sure that everyone's on the right page to win, to make sure that no one's being left behind, to make sure that people are like, uh-oh, I didn't know, no one told me. And we're all learning together, right? We're all learning together. But as we're learning ththis we're like, wow, this is something that as we started learning, we said, we got to make sure that our team knows about this so that they make sure that they, you know, can really get the biggest benefits. And what's the biggest benefit? These were just personal benefits. Saving money, getting the higher commissions on your sales, keeping all your commissions, your lifestyle rewards. Those are personal benefits. But what is the greatest benefit that really comes along? I will answer this and I'll come to you, Ms. Florence. The biggest benefit, as I mentioned, as I started off the call, is once you create the culture of you being subscription focused, your team being subscription focused, everybody within F10x, subscription focused. Now you will have built a business that's flourishing with reoccurring income. And that's the biggest benefit, is when every single month, every week, right? Every week, Saturday hits. I want you to imagine this, because subscriptions run on Saturday. Every week, Saturday is the first day of the new week when it comes to partner coach compensation plan. Every Saturday, can you imagine? Friday night, you're working hard to close the week out strong. You're looking at your back office and showing how much money you've made for the week so far. You're like, oh, that's a pretty good week. Friday ends, you go to bed, you wake up Saturday morning, and Saturday morning you log into your partner co back office, and you see that you're halfway towards your goal of your rank already on Saturday. Why? Because of all the subscriptions that happened that week. And now you're going to just push the rest of the week to help you hit whatever goal you have. And then Friday, you hit the goal. You're like, I can't imagine. This was a great week. We did so well. You go to bed Friday night, you wake up Saturday morning, and what happens? Because now that week is a whole nother group of subscriptions. And that week, you look at your back office and you have all this volume that hit your account on that next week. That is a type of business. That's a healthy business that you want to build. And it all starts with having the culture of being on subscriptions. And all that starts with each and every one of us. Ourselves being subscription focused, and then teaching others to be subscription focused. I hope this made sense. I will open it up for some Q&A. And I saw, Ms. Florence, you had your hand up. Was that a question or a comment? Come on.
Yeah, a comment, I guess. Apparently, I don't know lifestyle credits, obviously. But how, I guess, I don't think I know how to earn lifestyle credits. How does that work?
Okay, very good. Good question. I'm glad you asked that. You get lifestyle, and let's see if I can pull it up here. You can actually get lifestyle credits for almost everything that you do to build your business. So guaranteed you have lifestyle credits right now, even if you don't realize it, because you get it for almost everything you do to build your business. Let's see if I can pull up what you do to get lifestyle credits. Now, transaction history, maybe that's where I can find it. Okay, perfect. Let me show you a few ways. Now, there's a lot of ways you can get it, but let me show you a few ways. Let me share my screen. And I'm showing you my history of how I accumulated some lifestyle credits. So you'll see, you'll learn from that. So you can see that one of the ways that Amelia and I got lifestyle credits was when we went to Destin. Actually, we bought a Destin promo pack that gave 2,000 lifestyle credits with that pack that we purchased. 75 credits came from acquiring new customers. So every time you get new customers, you're getting lifestyle credits. Every time you get new business partners that you sponsor, you're getting lifestyle credits. See, we got another 100 lifestyle credits from new customers, 208 from new customers. Every time, let's see what other things. Okay, so here's where we turned in lifestyle credits for our Punta Cana for 3 people. So you get lifestyle credits for a lot of new customers, new partners. You're always getting lifestyle credits. Attending corporate events. Look at this. Attending corporate events. Every time you go to a PXP, you get lifestyle credits. Isn't that cool? So it's basically doing the things that you need to do. Okay, here's a big one though. The biggest way you get lifestyle credits, it's what's called payline volume growth. So that is, building your team. That's your outside leg as you're building your team. And as you are focusing on building your team and you're focusing on your outside leg, your smaller leg, that's your pay line. All your legs that are outside of your largest leg, those are all your pay lines. And pay line growth from the week prior to the next week gives you a lot of lifestyle credits. A lot. So as a recap, how do you get lifestyle credits? It's basically just doing everything you need to do to build your business. Getting customers, getting business partners, focusing on your business outside of your largest leg and attending events. And of course, every so often they'll do a promotion, like you buy this package, you'll get lifestyle credits, and we take up those promotions. When we see those promotions, we do them, and we take those lifestyle credits as well. So guaranteed, Miss Florence, you actually have a bunch of lifestyle credits already. And if you want to see what those are, you just go to your back office, go to My Money, and the very first one that comes down will say lifestyle credits. And you can go there and I'll show you how much you have right now. Good
That was going to
question.
be my
Thank you.
question.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. That's what this call is all about. This is our chance to really tailor this information to all of us, because technically we're all still fairly new, right? We're all within our first 1 year with Partner Co. So we're all learning together. So we're happy to have this opportunity. Any final questions before we end today's call? And of course, we're always available, even outside of this call. And I would highly recommend, just to wrap it up, to remind everyone, especially if you do have questions, need insights, need help, just remember, especially if you're brand new, if you're watching or recording this, you're brand new. Every Tuesday, remember, every Tuesday we have our Fast Start training with Mr. James Zhang, Chairperson 2. And so if you're new or you have new people joining the team, make sure that their first Tuesday that comes up after they get started, that they join that Fast Start training. It's so imperative to help to make sure that they're on the right track. And next week, I might even get a chance to feature one of our newly sponsored people that is a perfect example of going through the system. She got into the first Fast Start training. Her name's Carrie. Some of you might have been seeing Carrie posting a lot, doing a lot. My wife and I have been so busy, to be quite honest, we haven't been able to really hold Carrie's hand much, but we directed her to the Fast Start training. She got on the first Fast Start training. The day she got started was a Tuesday. And that same day she got on the Fast Start training. And she went through the Fast Start training and talked about how to use the Alice bot to launch. And guess what? She used the Alice bot. She did it all herself. And now she's been able to do all the way to the very end, do her first post. She's getting results. She's signing up her first customers. She's signing up her first business partners. And so it really, really is helpful. So I encourage everyone to use that Fast Start training. And you can even get on it yourself, right? If you want to relaunch yourself, that's a great place to start, is the Fast Start training every Tuesday. And then in addition to that, remember, every single Monday through Friday, we have our Team Fusion F10x accountability call. Our accountability call in the mornings with Mr. Louis Taylor. I know many of you plug into that. Great opportunity to plug in and get some help and assistance to help you do your daily IPAs, right? Your daily activities. So that's what we have for you today. We love every single one of you. Happy to be on the line with you. Thank you for joining us live, who are with me live, and those watching the recording. Thank you for watching the recording. And we'll see you next week on this call. But of course, we'll see you sooner during the week on all the different events that's happening with
Dana,
Champions Network. Yes, go ahead.
I have a quick, in terms of business partners, when you bring on the business partner, I just put on a business partner and I see, you know, how they alert you that you've got, but then when I go into my back office and look at my tree, and when you don't see that person, because I know, and I don't even see where it says placement, where it says 0, because I haven't placed that person, but I don't see it in the tree.
So let's connect and we'll see if we can, I'm sure we'll find that person. It's probably, sometimes the system automatically places them. So it's just a matter of.
I saw her because I really went and I saw her name.
Okay.
You know, when it tells you but then, like I said, when I went into the tree, I don't see her because I've not placed her.
Oh, okay. Okay. If you haven't placed her, she won't be shown in the tree yet. If she's still in your holding tank, you won't see in their tree yet.
So where do you see your holding tank when you see Because, you know, on your back office, when you go in and it tells you placements.
Yes.
So shouldn't it show one that's there to be placed? Because it shows 0, even though I know she came in.
We'll help you. Let's get connected and we'll take a look at your unique situation. We'll find the person and
Okay.
we'll help place them
Okay.
correctly.
All right.
Very welcome. All right, everyone. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for joining. We'll be talking to you all very soon. Take care, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you,
Feel free to
Mr.
come up here.
Harper.
Thank you, Sir Dana. Have a great
Thank
day.
you,
all.
Dana. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Love
Mr.
you all.
Dana. Great, great
See you
help.
guys in the morning.
Yep, we'll be there.
Have a great week.
Bye-bye.